Hi there. In this video we'll be taking a look at this EINHELL Power X-Fastcharger. But before this, let's take a quick look at today's video sponsor website. And here we are on PCBWay.com. PCBWay can help you with PCBs of many types, even flexible PCBs, PCB assemblies. They can make SMD stencils for you, CNC and 3D printing. They can make PCB designs for you, and you can find in product and capabilities all the PCBs and all the things that they can build, and they can even act as an OEM, and you basically request from them the full product directly assembled and they can build it for you. So this is pretty cool. And thank you very much PCBWay for sponsoring this video, and let's get back to our project. So I bought this thingy from I don't know, another person, basically not directly from a store, but it is new, and my plan was to upgrade my charger. This one, it seems to be able to output 4 amps, and my old charger it's only 3 amps. So this means it decreases the charging power. We can see here, and I'm going to show you on mine in a moment. But the problem is that 95 watts total power, 4 amps. Where I have my charger, I don't have room for this one because they made it bigger. Yeah, so this is the current situation. I'm quite happy with this arrangement right here. And then comes this. Zero chance. Damn it. Let's take this off the wall, because somehow I do need to get this on the wall. So this one is coming out, and we'll take a look inside both in this and in the new one. And I'm quite curious about something for people that have enough room where they mounted the old one. Did they retain the whole pattern? I hope they did, but for me, sadly, doesn't help at all. Yay! I can happily inform you they kept the pattern. So width 50 millimeters, height 94 millimeters. So if you have one of these on the wall, take it out and pop the new one back in. But yeah, for 1 more amp, this is what they did. Much bigger, although a bit less tall. A few millimeters. Or at the end of the day, I think they are actually more or less, no, they are the same. No, they are the same. So the new guy is bigger in most directions, only height is the same. It does have rubber feet, the old one didn't have rubber feet. Yeah, let's see, this was 72 watts, 3 amps, and charging times we can see right here. Let me just write this down for you so you can read the info just a tad bit better. Okay, now it should be clear. So let's say for a 4 amp battery, this one does it in an hour. This one, doesn't have the 4 amp. Camera, what the hell? Doesn't have the 4 amp. Oh, it actually does it. I saw it now. 75 minutes. Camera, what are you doing? This camera never missed focus like this. Anyway, so obviously this one charges batteries faster than the old one. Let's see, 5.2, 100 minutes old one, 80 minutes new one. And for a 6 amp hour battery, this did it in 2 hours. This does it in 1.5 hours. So it's clearly an improvement. But let's take a look inside. Did they actually need to change the size? The weight is significantly bigger on this one, so maybe it has a bit more heatsinks, cooling, and stuff like that. This one has Torx T15 screws. Can I get them out with this? yeah, at the end of the day they are a bit tight. Actually, this one is tight to the level that I'm almost afraid I will break my electric tiny screwdriver. So might not be a good idea to use this on them. And I'm expecting this to be just rubber plugs in here. And let's see, T15, how tight are they? A bit less tight. So in here my screwdriver, actually I don't think my screwdriver is properly charged either. But anyway, I'm going to use a normal screwdriver and be back in a moment after I remove all of them. It's done. Just out of curiosity, screws are identical, so why change something that works? First one, old one, okay. Has a bit of heat sinks in it, but yeah, just simple aluminium, nothing special about them whatsoever. Connections, the data pin, the white one, and the other two. Okay, let's see what we have here. Is it actually that much beefier cooling that it needed to have? Why are you not coming apart? That it needed to actually have such a bigger size? No, actually not at all. Why did they do this? Why did they make this bigger? Doesn't make any sense to me. They could have easily have these holes for the screws in a similar fashion to these ones. So here in the PCB a cutout or something, so at least the width of a finger, this could have been narrower. Why did they not do that? Did they need the cooling space for this guy? Did they have thermal issues? You can see the cooling is a bit beefier. Transformer obviously bigger. Apart from that, coils and stuff seems to be fairly similar. A big capacitor. What voltage is this? 400 volts. So yeah, this is mains capacitor. Don't go poking on that one. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I wish they could have found a way to not make this as big as it is, because I don't really see anything in here that screams, yeah, it needs to be this big. It's just, yeah, a bunch of space here, and only thing could make me accept this is this needed more cooling. But then again, as you can see, the height of it, so they could have made it a bit bigger and a bit taller, because they have room in this area to get it as tall as this guy. They made this guy this shape to benefit from all the space. They didn't on this one. Yeah, of course, this could be off-the-shelf components and cheaper than a custom one, but put it a bit higher and then you can make it taller. But then again, it's easier to have the traces really close to the transformer itself. So yeah, I can kind of get what they did here, but I'm not happy about it. Make some cooling, because this thing is, look at them, it's barely any sort of cooling. It's the same in both, so there's no change in that. Barely any room through those, so people cannot just poke something in there and get a short or a shock. But yeah, overall really freaking similar construction, but they did this. Me no likey, because for me it creates space problems. If you need any info right here, for the components themselves, let me try and turn on the flash. Yeah, I will wiggle the camera just a tiny bit. Yeah, that's not going to be readable anytime soon, is it? Sorry, but it's just a stupid position. So LND10NES, or at least that's, or no, LND10N66. That's what I think I can see in there. Hopefully at any point in time you can also see something really hard. Anyway, so maybe they beefed up this thing a tiny bit. That's some info in there. And in here, again, freaking hard to see. But yeah, I'm expecting this to be some MOSFETs, and yeah, they changed them. They are not the same from what I can I can read on them. And obviously bigger transformer and bigger cap right there compared to the old one, so makes sense. 4 amps instead of 3 amps. It's, yeah, again, it's quite clear, but anyway, let me put it back together and see what I can do to put it on the wall and still somehow try to use my same old arrangement, although I cannot perfectly use it, so new holes in the wall, that will be for sure. Kind of sucks for me. As for the main cap, I touched it. DTDZ, and the other one, it's a something. And on the new one, yeah, this mains is the same brand as this one was in the old unit, and this other one same brand. So they just changed brand of the mains rated cap with the same brand they had in the old unit, and I don't recognize that brand. It's just a bit gibberish to me, so probably some Chinese caps. In my life, I have dumb and smart moments, and hopefully this was one of the smart ones. I decided to have a look on the back of this to see how things align. Do you see? This is aligned with the hole, so this side is not that much of an issue. It's at the limit, don't get me wrong, because this is a bit curved, so I will be pushing into this. But I think it has enough give, the edge itself, to allow me to do what I need. This thing, on the other hand, no give at all. So this is coming off for the moment, and I will cut a bit of this side and slide it a tiny bit, just enough so this thing can go in there, and if I need to, can come also out of here. Grinded the corners away just a tiny bit so I can slide this in its final position a bit easier. And yes, forgot to check when it was open what type of plastic it is, but maybe ABS or PC plus glass fiber, I have no clue, but doesn't seem to melt easily, and it's quite grindable. Doesn't stick to itself because it doesn't melt, kind of makes sense. And many hours and lots of cursing later, this is done. It's on the wall. Cables routed up there with switches. This is it in its previous location, we didn't affect it in any way, and this thing is just width of a thumb shorter. Cut from there, everything is back and in its position. Cut with this thing. This is freaking awesome for really weird materials with weird shapes like this. Without this, it would be much harder to do. So link in the description. EINHELL Varito, working absolutely perfectly. And now we have a fully, hey, it was fully drained yesterday. Did it recover just a tiny bit so the LED is not blinking anymore? I'm going to fully drain it now, and then I'm going to pop it in here and see if it will charge it in about 60 minutes more or less, because this would need 75 minutes for the 4 amp battery. So let me drain it fully again. As I was saying, this thing is fully drained. Now, what would be really bad? This thing not working, because I didn't even plug it in. So let's see. That one should be it. We have green LED. So that means it's plugged in and waiting for us. Let's pop this thing in here. Yeah, and this is not moving anywhere from this freaking wall. It's in here, so it's perfect. And it's charging it. Yay! Okay. And it's charging it in high speed. If it would be flickering, it would be low speed, but it's high speed. So for the moment, that's perfect. What's the time? 15:22. And we'll come back, I don't know, 50 minutes later or something like that, first time, just to check on it. As for the old one, it will be a portable charger, just in case. Who knows where I need it. And just want to add, I cannot remove this, I cannot slide it enough until it hits here to get it out. So if I need to get this out, I need to undo one screw here and one screw somewhere in the other corner and get this whole thing out, and only then I can get this out. Hopefully I won't need to do that anytime soon. Barely warm. Yeah, look at this thingy. Below 1 hour. But this is not a new battery, so probably it doesn't have the full 4 amp power. But I never saw it charge this quickly. Never ever below 1 hour on the other type of charger. So yeah, this really is extra fast. Cool. Okay, I'm happy. It was a bit of a pain to get it in the position of the previous one because of my particular situation. In yours, remove old, put in new, they have exactly same whole pattern. And that's about it. For it, barely warm. Barely warm. Perfect. Yeah, almost, yeah, at the top you can feel a bit of warmth, maybe 45 degrees, mostly 45, at most 45. But it's working absolutely perfectly. So, in time, ask in the comments whatever you need. I will continue to use this as my main charger, of course. And hopefully no issues appear whatsoever with it. And that's about it for this video. Hope it helps you, in which case please give it a like, check out my other videos, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye.